Good morning and happy Sunday. This is Bo, my friend. I hope you have a friend or few with you. He is a St. Bernard, and the reason why I have a St. Bernard with me is we're learning about Noah's Ark. So I encourage you to read with your family Genesis 6, 5 through 19. The verse of the day is Genesis 6:22. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Here's a little overview. After Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, they had children. Those children also had children, and soon the whole world was filled with people. Sadly, many of those people did not obey God, and God doesn't like sin. It hurts his heart to see the bad choices people were making. There is one good man, however, that loved God and obeyed him. His name was Noah. Just a few questions to ask among yourselves. Have you ever made a bad choice? Did anything happen because of your bad choice? Did something break or did someone get hurt? Well, we'll learn about sin and how God dealt with sin in the very beginning. In today's passage, the Bible of the world were making all kinds of bad choices. They were not listening to God, and they were ruining the world that He had made. God doesn't like sin, and He had to do something about all the people who were being disobedient. There was one man named Noah who loved God and obeyed what He had said. God told Noah to build a giant boat called what? That's right, an ark. God was going to save Noah, Noah's family, and some of the animals in the world, but He was going to destroy everything else. God was very sad, but He could not let people continue to sin. Noah had a big job ahead of him. Not only did he need to build a giant ark, but he had to get the animals inside and gather enough food to last through a giant flood. Alright, so in today's Bible passage, God gave Noah some instructions about the animals of the world. He was to gather up 2 of every kind of animal and bird. Let's pretend we're part of Noah's family and we have to gather up all the animals we have. So this is not all the animals we have. I am going to be moving soon, so I left one out. William gave them to me for those who know William. I'm sure you have plenty. And my parents are gonna kill me, or your parents are gonna kill me for asking you to gather up your animals, because I'm sure a few of you have a lot of them. Alright, do you have a favorite animal? A favorite stuffed animal or a real animal? My favorite animal is... I do like cheetahs a lot. I like whales. I like bats because I think they're cool. But this one for sure is one of my favorite animals. A dog. I am sure glad that God saved this animal during the big flood. I imagine it was very hard for God to see so many of the things He created being destroyed during the flood. Because God doesn't like sin and He wanted to get rid of it and start fresh with a family that loved God, Noah's family, He gave Noah this big job. How do you think God felt as everything on earth was destroyed? I'm sure whatever answer you have, you are probably right. After Noah's family and the animals were in the ark, God shut the door of the ark. Then it began to rain. It rained all day and all night for 40 days and 40 nights. Imagine that. That's a lot of rain. Enough to create a flood to cover the world. Have you ever been in a big rainstorm? What was it like? I'm sure it was massive and loud, very wet, and left plenty of puddles for you to play in afterwards, right? I wonder if Noah and his family were feeling nervous as they waited for the rains to stop. After a long time, the rain did end, and eventually the water dried up. Noah and all the animals were able to get off the ark. As soon as Noah left the boat, he built an altar to thank God for saving him and his family. God placed a rainbow in the sky as a promise that He would never flood the earth again. Now whenever you see a rainbow, you can remember God's promise to Noah and the rest of the world. It is astounding how large the ark really was. This is where I'm going to give you an assignment. I think it's a fun one, but it will test your mathematical skills with a tape measure. You're going to measure how big the ark would have been to see what an incredible job it was for Noah to build the giant floating vessel. This vessel was 500 feet long and 85 feet wide. If you didn't get that, I'm sure your parents know. You could look it up. You could just take a tape measure outside or in your house if it's spacious enough. And just measure that out and just imagine a boat there. It's pretty large. Isn't it incredible that Noah built that all without power tools or a construction crew? No wonder it took anywhere from 50 to 75 years for Noah to build the ark. So, end of this story or lesson, God doesn't like sin, which is why he destroyed the earth with a flood. However, he did promise he would never do this again, and I would like you to remember that. He gave Noah a rainbow to symbolize this promise, and it still stands as a promise today. Going into my favorite book here, we're going to learn more about animals. I love animals, if you couldn't tell. Alright, the title of this lesson is Wanna Play? Ask the animals and they will teach you. Or ask the birds of the air and they will tell you. Every one of these knows that the hand of the Lord has done this. Job 12:7-9. Have you ever watched a kitten bat at a piece of string? Or sent a puppy running to fetch a ball? Or watched a group of otters at the zoo twisting and whirling through the water? Just like you, animals like to play. Baby horses chase each other and toss around sticks and rags. Baby kangaroos love to play fight with their moms, and certain kinds of fish will jump playfully over turtles and twigs. But it's dolphins that are perhaps best known for their playfulness. Of course, they can put on quite a show at aquariums, but even in the wild, dolphins can be seen leaping high into the air. Spinner dolphins launch themselves high in the air and spin round and round, while dusky dolphins like to add in a flip. Scientists believe animals play for several different reasons. To practice life skills, communicating with each other, or perhaps for the sheer joy of playing in God's creation. That last reason may be the very best reason for all of us to play. God created this world for His people not only to live in and take care of, but also to enjoy. God didn't have to make the flowers in so many different beautiful colors. He didn't have to create puddles to jump in, trees to climb, or hills to go rolling down, but He did. He didn't have to make so many kinds of delicious fruits and vegetables, but He did. Take time to enjoy all the wonders of this world that God had made. Let the animals teach you a thing or two. Go outside and play, which is another assignment I would like to give for you today. Enjoy your family, your siblings, your parents outside today. It looks like it's nice right now. The sun is shining. I know it snowed earlier in the week, but you can enjoy that as well. Be amazed. Everyone knows puppies and kittens play, but crocodiles? It's true. Scientists have observed crocodiles using their snouts to blow bubbles in the water and snap playfully at waves. They've also been spotted playing with flowers and carrying them in their teeth. These scary, scally beasts have been known to give each other piggyback rides. Imagine watching a crocodile do that. Now, I have one more guest, and she may be shy, so I'm going to do a second video so I can bring her out. I'm lucky to do this because I can't do it in person because some of you have cat allergies. Sad face. Obviously, this is not a cat. Cat was too shy today. This is a dachshund. Her name is Mercedes. Say hi, Mercedes. So, I hope you're glad that God allowed animals on the ark. Be glad that God also loves us. And He promised to never flood the earth again, so we don't have to build another ark. Mercedes is glad. She doesn't know about the story, but she's glad, I'm sure, to be alive. She plays with the cat. She plays with the other dog I have, Esther the poodle. So, yes, for the other assignment, I would like you to play outside. You play with your pet if you have one. Goodbye! Goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I'm sorry you don't get to pet the dog. You might not want to pet her, though. She's too wild. Bye!